Wait a minute. One received notifications? Let me check what are the notifications. Are only one. Oh, yep, there's the notifications. What is this audio doing in the notifications? Let me check it out. What is that?
I am free. And free. I am one of the few survivors of the fluffy plague. What exactly is the fluffy plague? You asked? Well, remember that time when these brown phobos would tickle a numrock and the lash they refused to stop? Well, now they're back, and they are stronger than ever. They even kill someone just by tickling. Let me tell you my story. It gets to 13 and 6 drawing big brown dots resembling the fluffies on sheets of paper. But once I get in the rates and the talent, so you won't have to waste time trying to figure out who said it. It was a lovely day in number one. Me and 6 were drooling to pass the time. A fluffy falls from the sky. Then one of the fluffies fell down. This time, it didn't tickle me. Just laughed. 13 stood up and left as well. It gets to 13 walking. I went on a stroll after I saw the fluffy. But when I was about to tell someone, I saw something. As 13 looked down, he stopped. The something is was 7 on the ground. It was 7. Is he dead? Did he pass out? Judging by his closed eyes, he had just passed out. I took him to a hospital for clues on what happened there. It gets to a hospital room. We're 7 on the hospital bed. His heartbeat was slow. And as 21 investigates him, she discovers small specks of brown for which might have came from the fluffies. 21 had discovered the fluffy stains on 7, and said that he might not make it. I was confused as I told her, "What do you mean?" But to my surprise, 7 flashlights. Everyone in the room was shocked to see 7 die and bursted into tears. It gets to 7's funeral, with a fluffy hiding behind the coffin. 7 was gone. Why did he die? Was this from the fluffy stains that 21 had discovered on his corpse? It zooms into the fluffy. But from what I've seen, there was a fluffy. The thing that loves to tickle its victims. It was the one behind the fluffy stains on 7's carcass. More fluffies pop up from the coffin. It's gotten stronger than ever, and it's ready to take over the world. Let me show you what happens to my friends Dorian. It gets to 6 coming across 100 being tickled by a group of fluffies. Slowly killing her, 6 was terrified. She ran as fast as she could, but the fluffies were already finished with 100. They began chasing her, but 49 came to 6's rescue, distracting the fluffies by telling them that they forgot about her. The fluffies tickled her, and she was done for. It then gets to TV in 4's house, with breaking news on its screen. When 13 is narrating, the teletext won't be applied. Here's what the news lady, in this case 21, has to say. We're a massive drop in number that's still alive today, and it appears that the fluffies is not a leading cause of death ever since they have entered the once populated number. Our first known victim is 7. Her tickling immunity was broken by the fluffies somewhere. Oh no, they're breaking my door. I gotta get out of here. She runs forward shot. He tried to hide under his bed, but as the fluffies broke down his door, they immediately found 4 and tickled him to death. 16 was having a party with the fluffies, but when the fluffies tickled her, she ran to tell 25 that the fluffies are trying to kill her. 25 pulls one of the fluffies away from 16, but the fluffy escapes 25's hand to tickle 16 even harder. 25 was confused, but then the fluffies found her, and just before she knew it, she was going as 9 lifted 4's bed. He was traumatized to see 4 dead. When he picked the dead square up, the fluffies have already found him. 9 was tickled to death, and then there weren't many survivors left. Yet, a lot of our population was wiped out by these fluffies. Who is behind this fluffy plague? I need to find out so that I can kill them, and while I'm at it, I would kill the fluffies that even tried to kill in the squad I made. It's time to take action. 1, 6, 13, and 17 was shrouded by fluffies, but luckily, they have the equipment they need. One has a first aid kit, 6 has food and water. 13 has a margin and boxes of more belts. And 17 has toilet paper covered in his paint. He reads the Fluffy's letter and eliminated any Fluffy that tried to tickle them. Eventually, he reached the Mastermind's room and shut the door so that the Fluffies don't enter. The Mastermind said that the squirrel was lucky to have made it here. But then she said that they weren't lucky to survive. Then the Mastermind reveals herself to be 21. She told the Fluffies to get off the 4 number racks. And they obliged. 21, sobbing, told them the reason why she caused all this mess. I made a deal with the what-if, saying what if the Fluffies ran a number. As it turns out, ended up killing all of our population. What a stupid thing for me to do. I deserve to be killed. I'm sorry for all this. 13 lodges to this, and looks inside her backpack to find the news. 1, 6, and 17 was shocked to see the news, and had to look away. 13 puts the noose around 21's neck, and takes a chair from the Mastermind desk, as he puts her on the chair. She looked at 13 and smiled. 13, not wanting to kill someone, hesitated before kicking the chair down. As it got to black, 21 screamed in agony as she tried to untie the noose. But it was too tight. Eventually, her scream. So, that's how it happened. I killed 21, and the Fluffies disintegrated. Well, there were only 4 survivors of this Fluffy plague, that included me. 6, 1, and 17. Good thing we still have the magic mirror. It's the source of repopulating number I planted when a major event killed a lot of the population. Well, this ends my story. Goodbye. And be careful with who you tickle. You might kill someone if you tickle someone for the duel.
On my life. That is the most extremely and unlikelyable event about this Fluffy plague outbreak. What if am I gonna do right now? I mean, at least this facility has been secured with these machineries and the security systems. And the Fluffies are the Fluffy plagues located in a Sector A laboratory. So, how am I preventing it? Oh, with these laseristic weapons that could prevent Fluffies as well. And it's also not lethal anymore. It is also lethal to the Fluffies, I think. And what about the vehicles? Well, those Fluffies can get slipped by the vehicles. And also, those Fluffies are unable to open it. And the helicopters is only way out of here to go any places of shelters in the entirety of a Neverland of this. So I gotta keep thinking about this Fluffy plague thing.